people, right? Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. But you want to defund the police for black people. You're lying. No, we're not standing with Black Lives Matter. We want our police. Refund our police. Refund our police. Y'all don't care about black lives. Get the pen. Y'all don't care about black lives. Refund the police. Refund the police. They say Black Lives Matter. They say Black Lives Matter, right?
We all know, and we've all read the reports about Antifa being dispersed to all of our communities and starting these riots. So why are celebrities so hinged on helping them get out of jail, seeing the devastation that they have caused to our communities?
So I keep getting the same question. Gilly, you always giving up game. Why you don't get no game on Black Lives Matter? Because I don't get into that shit, nigga. All lives matter, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you white, black, blue, purple, brown, tangerine. Nigga, all lives matter. Y'all want a nigga to go out there head first, tell these motherfucking white people Black Lives Matter. But my motherfucking black life didn't matter to the nigga that tried to execute me, to the nigga that shot me in my motherfucking wrist, stomach, and my foot, the nigga that tried to have my mama singing It's So Hard to Say Goodbye. My black life didn't matter to that nigga. All the niggas I know been shot by niggas. And what about my nieces and nephews who half black and half white? Only 50% of their lives matter, nigga. And I understand the whole Black Lives Movement. We've been oppressed. We've been done wrong. Nigga, we do wrong to each other, nigga. We do more fucked up shit to each other than anybody.
Black Lives Matter is a joke. Yep. You are the racist. The racist is you. Yep. It's because the white guy killed that. You think they're racist. The racist, the Black Lives Matter. Go to Chicago. They don't have schools. And they die every day. They don't matter. Because you can get attention from that. Go to Southeast. Shut up. Nobody will tell the Black Lives Matter. Group of hypocrites. Go to Southeast DC, Northeast. Tell them Black Lives Matter. If it matters, it should matter everywhere. You guys are hypocrites. Attention seekers. Attention seekers. Black lives should matter everywhere. It doesn't take a white cop to kill a black person to matter.
So I'm here today because I heard about a demonstration on, the George Floyd event, situation, which I'm going to be honest about it. It's wrong that, anything like that should happen, okay? It's very wrong. My problem is it shouldn't be an opportunity for a group of people to use that as an excuse or to come across as victims. No one is a victim here.
Everybody knows that black kills black more than anything. You know that.
When he said he personally doesn't see racism because so many of his fans are white.
I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism.
There was a lot of backlash from people about that. Would you change it, what you said, or
No,
you still feel the
all.
same way? What's your thought on Black Lives Matter?
What is it? What do you mean?
The idea was that there's this movement called Black Lives Matter, thinking that the rest of America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I didn't know that you put a name on. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police and for up reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my.
Do you separate yourself from it?
I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me.
I would take Black Lives Matter way more serious if they really believed that Black Lives Matter. I mean, in all these urban neighborhoods in the country, from east to west, north to south, there's hoods, there's ghettos, there's killers that are illegal, they're criminals, and they terrorize neighborhoods, the same neighborhood they live in. I don't understand that. So black people are black people's biggest threat, not cops and not white people. So when black on black crime stops, when Black Lives Matter actually make me believe that they believe that black lives really matter, then I'll support it. But as long as it's a tool, it seems like it's a tool for an excuse for me to be able to do whatever I want in the world all of a sudden. Like, where was all these Black Lives Matter super militant people 10 years ago? Where was all these Black Lives Matter people when Bush was in office? How come all of a sudden, when Trump is going up against Hillary, they want to push this race shit? Is it because they don't want people to vote for Donald Trump and they want them to stay in the Democratic welfare slave system and they never want anything out of life? You know, never feel like they have to work for anything because there's always a check coming from the government or some kind of entitlement coming from the government. I mean, if I knew I was getting that check every month, if I knew the government was going to be there for me every month, I'd probably be lazy on my ass too. You know, and I could be. I'm black. I'm in the hood. Look, I'm in the hood. This is the hood. This is Pittsburgh. I'm in Hazelwood. Dudes drop out here. Ain't no cop killing these people. Ain't no white man out here telling these dudes to sell all kind of drugs. Ain't no white man out here telling these people to kill each other. That's black people. Them is choices.
But I'm not begging to be accepted or acknowledged. I don't want that. At minimum, I want you the hell out of my way. And if that was what the bulk of the conversation was about, maybe I'd be on board. But that's not what it is. It's oh man, we're tired of this oppression, Mr. White Man. Please stop beating us, but also include us. What the fuck? No. That's what the movement is centered around. They don't want to admit that, but that's when you look at, just read the room. Look at what's going. Look at the corporate entities and what they're saying, what they're going to do to combat it. It's all about being help. We're going to help you. And this is why the movement is centered around two different people. That's part of that. Black folk, pity. I don't even want to call it self-loathing. That's not really what it is, but it's like this pitiful garbage, right? It's like, woe is me. I can't do nothing. I need help. Then you got the other side. White folk, self-loathing, guilty, wanting to position themselves as allies. So you got self-hating white folk and black folk that want some sort of pity for being black. That's the two large blocks of this movement. I don't support that. Why would I march alongside these just because they properly identified the problem? I've been talking about this problem long before it was trendy. And when it dies down, I'm going to still be talking about it. I'm not with, and again, going back, this is when I talk about those two blocks of leftists, which is all this movement is, a very leftist movement. Those two blocks of those guys sit here and can't differentiate from myself and Candace Owens. In the event I don't agree with them, it's, well, you are like Candace. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not economically like Candace. I'm not philosophically like Candace Owens or anything like that. I might not hate her to the degree that you guys, I don't worry about any of that.
With you guys all being here right now, you see the topic says Black Lives Matter. When? If you are a white person in here and you have, I'm serious. I want you to be able to just completely be real about this stuff, because when I look at this from a different perspective, it's almost like everything is being shifted to where things are going to get to the point to where it's about to be racist against y'all. Y'all see what I'm getting at? It seemed like people don't even understand that it's almost turning black people racist. Black Lives Matter, as if we the only thing that does. Like I said, I know it's going to make a lot of my counterparts mad, because I know here's the thing. People going, no, but see, what you don't need is that we, no. The question that I have in here, it says Black Lives Matter. When? When does Black Lives Matter? Because I'm confused. And what makes the Black lives so much more important than all other lives? Because that's what it seems like is happening. You making Black lives seem like it's way more important than anybody else's life. You seem like black now. It's almost people wear the fact that they wear it with pride now. Not saying that being black you shouldn't be like James Brown said, you black and you proud. Not saying that you shouldn't be proud to be black, but it shouldn't be a thing to where you are in a standpoint to where you feel like you are the only thing that matters.
But white privilege is not a real thing, because if it was, I could not have ever been successful because I'm black. People like Ben Carson could not be successful because they're black. And if anybody has an excuse for why they can't make it, it would be somebody like Ben Carson that literally started from the bottom, and he went from being in a low-income neighborhood to being a brain surgeon. Only in America does that happen. And only in America do we have the opportunities to rise to the top like none other. So before we blame other people and say, well, that's just your white privilege talking, and you don't understand real struggle, remember this. America is about honoring God and country and working hard. That's the key to getting to the top. That's the key to success. The difference is a financial status, not a racial one. So next time when you think about, well, let's make a racist issue out of this, think twice about what it really is and look for a logical explanation outside of race, because everything doesn't need a race card pulled.